Hi YouTube, you might have seen this sculpt before on one of my other videos, like maybe in the background of my studio tour or something like that. But I wanted to do an individual video on it just to kind of talk you through the process of making it. I made this because my wife is a big fan of the movie Little Shop of Horrors with a big carnivorous plant in it. This isn't supposed to be an exact replica of Audrey 2 or anything like that. And this is actually one of the first sculpts that I ever made. I just wanted to make a carnivorous plant, basically. So these big leaves were made with, you know, like the chicken wire mesh that you buy, but it's much finer. It's like 5mm mesh. So I used that to get the basic leaf shape, and then I've gone over it all with just kitchen paper and PVA glue. So you get this sort of paper mache, and it's really strong. I use super PVA glue to make it even stronger. You can see I made this little label for it as well. So I just used watercolour paints, and I just did like a sort of black ink outline using like a rotary pen. And I was quite pleased with this. It's like these little touches, I think, that make Sculpt so much better. A lot of the things on this plant have been done fairly simply. So these big sort of tentacle things are made just with wire twisted around itself. Then I've gone over that with, again, kitchen paper and PVA glue, and then a finer wire twisted around to give you that sort of bumpy effect. The little tendrils and all of these other sort of plastic plants that you see, those are just plastic plants that you get from reptile shops, you know, for reptile enclosures. And they added a little nice touch to it as well. You can see on the leaves you get this sort of texture coming through from the mesh, but I actually quite like that. It gives it a sort of bumpiness. I also, when I painted this, you know, I painted it all sort of flat green first, and then I've airbrushed all these kind of details on, like the leaf veins and all these sort of little purple bits on the edges. The orange blobs that you can see were made just with like milliput blobs to start with. Milliput's like a 2-part putty. And then I just, again, went over those with kitchen paper to give it a bit of texture, and then just painted them bright orange. The little red edges around the leaves and things as well are done with an airbrush. I painted it purple inside the mouth, and that makes it look really shadowy. Purple tongue as well. Tongue was made in the same way, just wire and then, you know, lots of PVA glue and kitchen paper. The teeth I made individually out of milliput, and then went over them because I wanted to have a similar texture to what's going on with the rest of the plant. So again, just kitchen paper and PVA glue. The lips, you can see like where the kitchen paper kind of dries, you get all these kind of wrinkles and things, and those actually look really nice when you paint them. You can do a bit of kind of dry brushing as well. These little bumps, they were all made with milliput. If you don't know milliput, it's a 2-part putty, and you mix the 2 parts together and it sets rock hard. It's really good. I use it in most of my sculpts, and actually they sponsor this channel, so go out and get yourself some and give it a try. It's really good. The plant pot obviously is just a normal plant pot. You can see where I twist the wire round for these kind of tentacle things. You can see the bumpy texture here more clearly. It just is literally just kitchen paper and PVA glue in between that, and that makes all those bumps. And you can see I've airbrushed the ends red, and that makes it look much more plant-like. The film itself, Little Shop of Horrors, is really great, and I would like at some point to make an actual kind of more exact replica of Audrey 2, because it's a much more interesting looking plant in the movie. But like I say, this is one of the first sculpts I ever made, so I was kind of new to a lot of these different techniques. Now I've done loads more sculptures, and you can check out those in my other videos, and I think I'm getting better and better each time I do them. I'm learning a lot every time I do a new one. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos if you get a chance, and hit subscribe to see anything I post in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.